Hello everyone and welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name's Rhiannon and today I'm going to be showing you guys all of the books that I bought in July. I have 5 books to talk about today, 3 of which were pre-orders and 2 of them were from subscription boxes. So all in all, I feel like that is a pretty good month. You guys know I'm trying to cut down on my book buying at the minute, and so far I've made it to the 16th of August and I haven't bought a single book this month. So hopefully it does stay that way. Not great for you in terms of the content because I know you guys love these book hauls, but it is good for me in terms of the kind of challenge that I've set myself this year, which is to buy less books. Saying that though, I do have some exciting ones here to show you guys today, and I'm going to start off with one that is yet to be opened. Now look at this packaging, you guys. If you are familiar with these symbols, then you know what this one is. This is actually the first book that is being sent out as part of Cassandra Clare's Kickstarter. I signed up to that as soon as it went live, and now I have the first book to show you guys, but I did want to keep it in its box because it does have all the runes on there. I feel like that is the right way to show you. This is so cool. I have loved the Shadowhunters world for as long as I can remember. It's the series that actually got me back into reading. The first series that I fully fell in love with was the Chronicles of Ancient Darkness series by Michelle Paver, but that was a middle grade series that I read in school. And once I finished school, I actually saw the film first, the City of Bones film, which honestly I'm obsessed with. If you don't like that film, you're a liar. It is perfection. I absolutely love it. And that then led me on to discovering the books, and I believe that the first 4 or 5 books were out, and either the last 2 or the last one was coming out, and I just fell in love with the Shadowhunters universe. I still love her books to this day, which is why I ultimately decided to go ahead and support the Kickstarter. I feel like it has been long enough now though. Let me try and unbox this. I don't actually know how. There's no pulley tab or anything, so I may just have to try and rip into it, which is not great because I've just had my nails done. Wow, this is tough to get into, you guys. Should have opened it before coming on camera. Okay, I have made it. It was a struggle, but we got there. This is what you can see just from opening the box. I am excited to get this out though and have a good look at it because there are some exciting extras in here. So we of course have a plastic wrapper on there, but this is what it looks like just from the box. So I'm gonna take off the plastic and show you guys what we've got. Okay, we have a lot of different bits here. First of all, we have these illustrations in the style of Polaroids. Then I believe we have some stickers. Now the first one looks like this. The second one looks like this and it features Alec and Magnus on there. And then the third one, and possibly my favourite because I absolutely love this, we have some cats on there. I'm a massive animal lover, especially of the animals in the Shadowhunter Chronicles, and this is just a really nice design. Next up we have this paper item that is essentially a guide on what to do if your house is cursed, so that is definitely interesting. I'm not sure if I will keep this because yeah, it's just full of different things to do if your house is cursed or you think your house is cursed, so it's nothing that I feel like I need to keep, but I will give it a read through and see what I think of it. And then lastly we have a chapter sampler of The Wicked Powers by Cassandra Clare. I am so excited for this book, you guys, and this last trilogy. I don't know what's going to happen in it, but I am really looking forward to following the characters that this focuses on. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil it, but the fact that we get this first chapter sampler is so exciting. I can't wait to give it a read, but I'm also going to hate it because it's going to make me want to have the book in my hands now, and yeah, that's not going to happen yet. And then the final thing I have to show you is the book itself. It is very pretty, I must say, and it is Secrets of Blackthorn Hall by Cassandra Clare. It is difficult to show you because the cover is quite reflective, but this is what it looks like. It doesn't have any stenciled edges or anything like that, but this is what's on the back. I love the gold foiling, I love the colouring of it, and I will show the spine to those of you who are interested as well. It does want to go out of focus very quickly, but this is what it looks like. That's the best I can do, I'm afraid. We have a gorgeous design printed onto the book itself, which is of this sword. Again, it has the gold foiling, which I'm obsessed with. I will say my book is a little bit dented. I probably won't complain, but that is a little bit annoying. And then the spine also has the same foiling there as well. Not only that, but we also have artwork on the end pages, which is gorgeous. Hopefully that is in focus for you guys, but yeah, I absolutely love this so much. Let's see if the back end pages are different. I don't think they are. Oh my gosh, this feels so different to a standard novel. So I don't know who she's used to print this book, but it looks different and it also feels very different as well. It does say though that this is the Kickstarter edition in there, and this is really weird, but we actually have emojis in there. I don't know how well you can see, I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, we have some emojis in there, which is interesting. I do love the feel of this though. I love the fact that we also have illustrations. I love a book with mixed media elements, so yeah, this is right up my street. And I will show you some illustrations as well. This is really cute actually. There we go, so there's a little sneak peek. I'm not sure if you can get this book anymore, to be honest with you guys. I haven't really looked. I just know that I backed it. I've been checking over these last few weeks. I actually did purchase it because something was telling me that I hadn't, but of course I had, and yeah, this is now in my hands, so I can't wait to give this one a read. It seems like a short book, but that may be because it's been printed differently. Let me just check. No, it's less than 300 pages. It's about 270 pages. So this may be one that I'll pick up this month, you know, and try and fly through. I am definitely excited to get a new Cassandra Clare book, but I am also reading Swordcatcher this month, hopefully at least, so maybe that's too much Cassandra Clare to consume in 1 month, I don't know. There isn't a description on here either, so I can't really tell you what this book is about, and I don't think I want to because I feel like it's going to spoil the previous books by her, so I am going in blind, and I think I prefer it that way, to be honest with you guys. But this is so exciting. I'm really happy that I did decide to back the Kickstarter, and now I have this gorgeous book as well as some other bits to add to my collection. Do you know what? I'm going to stay on the Cassandra Clare theme at the minute, because the next book I have to show you is this gorgeous edition of City of Glass by Cassandra Clare. I have been collecting these editions of the Mortal Instruments books as they've been coming out. This is the third one. I would show you the other two, but I've already taken them to my new house, so unfortunately I can't do that, but this is just gorgeous. I love the design of these. We have all the runes in there, we have the title, and I just love it so much. The end pages are also stunning, and it does say on there, all the stories are true, which is an iconic quote from the series, and it does also have a letter from the author in there, which I will be reading. I've honestly been wanting to reread this series for the longest time, you guys, but because I know it's so long, I have been putting it off. So who knows, maybe next year I will prioritize this series and give it a reread. This was one of my favorite ever series. As I've said, it's the series that got me into reading. I fell head over heels in love with the world and the characters and the mythology as well, so I do feel like it's time for a reread, but I'm not committing to anything just yet. Unfortunately, because this is the third book in a series, I can't tell you too much about this one in particular, but in the first book we follow our main character Clary, and one day when she goes out to a nightclub, she witnesses a murder. Now that of course is crazy in itself, but the weirder thing is that no one else seems to have witnessed it. It happened in the middle of the dance floor. People should be reacting to it, but they're not. They're carrying on with their night as if nothing has happened. And these murderers, who are covered in strange tattoos and are brandishing very strange weapons, seem to be able to move amongst the crowd unnoticed. Of course that is until Clary sees them. Clary is of course very affected by this, however she doesn't really know what to do because it sounds unbelievable, doesn't it? You can't really go to the police and tell them that you witnessed a murder in a nightclub full of people and no one else saw it, and there wasn't even a body because the body disappeared. However, when her mother disappears, Clary once again runs into this band of people who turn out to be Shadowhunters. Now Shadowhunters are half angel, half human, and they are tasked with ridding the world of demons. Clary soon learns that her mother's disappearance may be connected to the Shadowhunter world, and so she is desperate to find out what happened and ultimately has to discover more about herself and the Shadowhunter world in particular in order to try and figure out what happened and how to get her mother back. I feel like that was a pretty rubbish synopsis, which is why I feel like I need to reread this series. I'm hoping I can do it soon, but I'm really glad to own this book now. To add it to my collection, it's a very big collection, I'm not gonna lie. I have cut down on it, but I just couldn't resist this edition, you guys. It's so beautiful. It of course matches the first and second books that I own, and I will continue to buy the rest of them if they are published in this edition as well, which hopefully they will be. The next book I received was equally as beautiful, and that one is the collector's edition of As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson, which is the third and final book in the A Good Girl's Guide to Murder series. This is a beautiful edition, guys. Look at that foiling. I'm obsessed. The stenciled edges are also really cool. It's all printed onto the book itself as well, so we don't have any sleeves or anything like that, and I will just show you the spine as well just so that you can see what it looks like. Now that I have all three, I can actually quickly show you guys them together. They look so good. I'm obsessed. Look at these, you guys. This is definitely the color scheme and the vibe that I thought they would go for these editions, and I'm really glad that they did because they just look so pretty. I love the stenciled edges as well. Look at that, you guys. I just love when publishers commit to publishing all the books in the series in a collector's edition, because look at how stunning these are. This is one of my favorite ever series, so I'm so happy to have these gorgeous editions now. I am also currently in the middle of watching the TV adaptation of this series, which I will say I'm not loving, but I'm hopeful that it's going to get better as the episodes go on. But yeah, the first book, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, was one of my favorite books ever. Absolutely loved it. I will say I didn't love the second two as much, but yeah, this first book is fantastic, and if you just read this one, I feel like you would fall in love as well. It's definitely a contained mystery, but these two just progress a little bit further with different things going on. But A Good Girl's Guide to Murder had me hooked. It's a book with mixed media elements as well, which again is right up my street and something that kept me really engaged from the get-go. So for example, we have a production log in there which relates to Pippa's podcast, because essentially Pippa, our main character, is trying to solve a murder which seemingly was solved. A young girl called Andy Bell was murdered, and Sal Singh, who was her boyfriend at the time, was considered to be the main suspect. However, Sal unfortunately took his own life, and this hasn't sat right with Pippa, and so she decides to focus on this as her school project for the year, and she starts investigating and decides that it would be better to put this information across in a podcast. So she decides to interview different people that were involved with Andy and Sal, and in the process she meets up with Sal's brother, who is called Ravi, and forms an unlikely friendship with him. And oh my gosh, it's fantastic, guys. I really do love it. It's so intriguing. Holly Jackson's writing is fantastic, and you will be hooked, I can promise you that. So I'm extremely happy to have all of the books in this collection now. I don't know what I want to do with my paperbacks. I don't know if I want to keep them and have a little Holly Jackson shelf. Please do let me know what you would do. I think it's a bit pointless, but I'd rather read from those editions that I've read from before than try and read from these ones. I kind of want to keep these ones pristine because they just look so pretty. And I do also have the arc of the first book that I received last month, which I was blown away by, so I think if I kept the paperbacks that would go there nicely as well. The next book I have to show you guys is a Fairyloot edition. However, it's not part of their monthly boxes. I did go ahead and order myself a copy of this one because I have seen it everywhere and people are obsessed, so I needed to get on the hype train, and I ended up buying myself a copy of When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. This is the front cover, which draws you in initially anyway, but then the star of the show are these sprayed edges. Look at this, you guys. I absolutely love it. Isn't this just so beautiful? And the fact that it's blue as well, which is my favourite colour, is just drawing me in even more. Then we have the back of the book, which looks like this. And then I will also show you the spine just in case you're interested. Look at that foiling, guys. I'm absolutely obsessed. I feel like I should have filmed a separate unboxing for this book because it's just so beautiful, but I thought I would do it in this video instead. But this is the cover without the dust jacket on. Again, I absolutely love it. It's so beautiful, and it just goes so well with the sprayed edges once again. Oh, I love this, guys, so much. The end pages. Oh my gosh, look at these. I'm desperate to read this one now. It's so cool. Let's see if the others are different. Yes, they are. This is what they look like. Again, definitely drawing me in. And then I will show you the back of this edition as well, because it does have a quote on there, I believe, which I will read out in a second. It says, "Chase death, moonbeam, and I pray your bloodlust brings you the same sense of peace I feel just knowing you exist." Oh my gosh, guys, I feel like I'm gonna love this one. It is also signed by the author, and oh my gosh, another element to this. I don't think it's exclusive to Fairyloot, but we do have illustrations as the chapter headings. I'm obsessed, guys. I was gonna get the Waterstones edition, but unfortunately it did sell out, so I have committed to getting the Fairyloot edition now instead, which I'm definitely not mad about because this is absolutely beautiful. As I said, blue's my favourite colour, so this is definitely my vibe. I do actually own this one on my Kindle because it was available on Kindle Unlimited. I have downloaded it and I am planning on reading it soon, mainly because I really do prefer to read books on my Kindle at the minute, but I didn't want to miss out on this edition, so I have pre-ordered it. I'm really hoping that I do enjoy this one. I am going to be reading it on my Kindle just because it's easier for me, but this will be being read for a themed vlog, which will hopefully be coming your way soon, but I am definitely overcommitting to vlogs at the minute, so we'll see. Either way, I will be reading it. It will be featured in a vlog, and when I do read it, I will of course let you know my thoughts on it in a wrap-up. The synopsis of this one reads, "As an assassin for the rebellion, Rave's job is to complete orders and never get caught. When a rival bounty hunter shatters her world, Rave finds finds herself captured by the Guild of Nobles, a group of powerful fae. Crushed by the loss of his great love, dragon rider Khan Vhagar took the head of the king and donned his melted crown. Now on a tireless quest to quell the never-ebbing ache in his chest, a clue lures him to the capital's high-security prison, where he stumbles upon the imprisoned Rave. Together they seek truths that threaten to unravel everything they knew about their world and each other. Best-selling sensation When the Moon Hatched will transport you into a world filled with magic, dragons, and a love that blazes through the ages. I'm absolutely sold on this, you guys. I cannot wait to read it. I don't know when that will be. As I've said, I have overcommitted to a lot of things at the minute and I'm trying to get through quite a few books, and as well as that I am feeling like I'm in a bit of a fantasy slump right now, so I want to give this my full attention when it comes to reading it because I do feel like it's going to be a new favourite. And as I said, keep your eyes peeled for a vlog and a wrap up coming soon where hopefully this one will be featured. And then the last book I have to show you guys in this haul is the adult Fairyloot book for July. I'm not going to show this one too in depth because I do have a dedicated unboxing video for this, which you can watch by clicking the link up above or down below. But that one is The Night Ends in Fire by KX Song, and again the colour palette of this, guys, just screams for me to pick it up, and it does have a different cover to the original, or rather a different colour palette, which again I do appreciate. I much prefer this one. I really do like it. Also has amazing sprayed edges, and yeah, I'm just obsessed. This one doesn't have a short synopsis, but essentially it's a retelling of Mulan, which has me sold, and it just says that it's an epic fantasy perfect for fans of the Poppy War and Six Crimson Cranes. Now I haven't read either of those books, but I love Mulan, and the premise of this one just sounded so intriguing to me. So again, I'm hoping that I can read this one soon. There may be a theme for the vlog that I'm going to read this one and this one in, if you couldn't guess. So they will be getting read in the same vlog, but I am so excited for it. It seems like it's going to be a fun but also interesting read, and yeah, after reading the letter from the author I'm definitely more intrigued. So again, this will be one that's getting read soon, and I will let you guys know my thoughts on it once I do get to it. So there we have it, guys. These are all of the books that I bought in July. As I've said, actually all of these bar one were pre-orders, and then the bottom one was of course a subscription box book, so I don't feel like that is too bad. It's definitely more than I wanted to haul, but these are all special editions that I'm so excited for, and I can't wait to add them all to my collection. Please do let me know what your favourite out of these books were. Which editions do you think stood out the most, and are you planning on picking any of these books up? I would love to know. If you have made it this far through into the video and would like to let me know that you're still here, please go ahead and leave me a blue emoji to represent all these stunning blue books that I've hauled this month. I feel like that would sum up the video pretty well, and blue's my favourite colour as well, so it will definitely bring me joy to see all those comments. I know I say it all the time, but seeing you guys comment the emoji of the video truly does mean the world to me. It blows me away that you guys watch these all the way through. So if you don't have anything in particular that you would like to say, but you would like to know that you're still here, please go ahead and comment that now. As well as that, please don't forget to click the like button if you like this video, and the subscribe button if you'd like to see more content from me. But that is it from me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon in my next video. Goodbye!